Buff Nation. It happened. Jordan Seaton is entering the transfer portal. We literally just got off an episode talking about the good things happening in the Colorado program. And now this happens. It's a tough day. It's a tough day. I don't really know what to say off the top of my head. It's something you don't expect, something that I hadn't heard any rumors of. Obviously, there's the concerns you always have when a team goes, 3-9 and struggles the way that our team did. But you don't expect that. Let me change my microphone here. Give me 1 second.
Hear me okay? Okay. Yeah, you don't expect that this is what's going to happen. You don't expect that, a guy like Jordan Seaton is going to hit the portal so suddenly. This is the world of college football. I think that's the unfortunate reality that we're seeing nowadays, is that you're getting schools that here. You guys hear me okay? Okay, there we go. I think this is the reality of college football. Is you have guys who come to schools because they want an opportunity. They want to showcase themselves on a national stage. They want to play for a quarterback like Shedeur Sanders. They want to, play for Coach Prime. But winning solves a lot of things. Winning, at the end of the day, allows teams to essentially keep kids around even when maybe the money is not there, or they have teammates or friends in other areas. It's sad. It's really what it is. People are in the comments already. Money. There's a lot of rumors going around, a lot of speculation. I'm trying to keep up with Twitter as this comes up, and it's a sad day for the Colorado football program. I mean, at the end of the day, here's the thing, and I say this repeatedly, and I say it all the time. Go wish Jordan Seaton the best. Go, do not go commenting under him, calling him anything but a Buffs legend. He's allowed and he's destined to make whatever decision that he thinks is right for him. I think what's hard is you this late in the portal, you're not going to see or find a left tackle in the caliber of Jordan Seaton. So it's going to be really interesting to see what kind of money he gets. We're going to see. It's going to be very interesting to see where he ends up. Does he go to a school like an LSU? Does he go to an SEC school? Does he go to a Bama? Does he go to some of these schools that have the money and have the need? I've heard Texas being thrown around a lot. Obviously, you have to protect a guy like Arch Manning very heavily. It's tough. I hope you guys understand. I'm seeing this post here from Folsom Frenzy. You wish that you could have had him be, the franchise left tackle for the Colorado Buffaloes, and we called him the franchise. We gave him everything that he had, and this is right. This is the way you need to think about it. It's maybe he just wants to play in a different place. He's not going to stay his 4 years. He's going to the league. He's going to the league, and sometimes film on a 3-9 team doesn't appeal to certain staff and in the NFL. And so, it's you can't blame the guy for wanting to improve his draft stock. You can't blame the guy for wanting to be on a stage. He's probably watching some of these guys playing in the national championship and looking at it and saying, I want to be on that stage. And 3-9 is is not a way to get there. That's 100% not the way that you're going to get to that first round draft pick stance. It's possible, and obviously we all sit here, and everybody who's listening right now is sitting here thinking that the Buffs were going to turn it around and be great. I still think that that's very possible. But it's going to be hard to protect Juju Lewis without somebody like a Jordan Seaton. And again, this late in I'm trying not to be too negative here. Again, I want to be optimistic, and I want you guys to understand that everything's going to be okay at the end of the day. We will figure it out. I struggle to believe that the leadership at the University of Colorado was blindsided entirely by this. It's very possible. You hope that that's not the case. I'm trying to see if I can get a graphic up here. If I can. But I mean, at the end of the day, it's what, like, exactly. Winter Fresh puts it perfectly when they say that, this is the landscape of college football. You have to be prepared for anyone and everyone to enter the portal at any given time. And if you're not winning consistently and you don't have a lot of money to throw, it's going to be hard to keep somebody around like that. And so that's tough. I'll go ahead and pin that comment there from Winter Fresh. Yeah. It's a business. You need to treat it like that way. And there need to be rules. I said this a long time ago where you're looking at a situation where it's I don't think it's great for the sport. I don't think it's great for the sport in any capacity when you have kids. I don't want to go out and say it's tampering, but it's going to be really interesting to see where he ends up. And I don't think that's good. I don't think that's good for the sport. You spend the last 9-10 days building a roster and thinking you got things going in the right direction. That's not great. And then have somebody be able to jump ship so last minute. We love Jordan around here. We're always going to support Jordan around here. We wish him the best. But this is really tough. This is I'm not going to beat around the bush. Yeah, and you're spot on, Winter Fresh. This is how people feel all the time. Like when we get a Gideon Lamprey, when we get some of these guys that if like for example Andrew Zock, is him leaving Mercer? Is that their version of a Jordan Seaton leaving Colorado? It's different scales, but like this is happening everywhere. Like people are leaving for money, they're leaving for opportunity, they're leaving for championships, they're leaving for it's tough. And people are quoting, Jordan Seaton. I'm looking at a tweet right here from April 17th of 2025, where he specifically says, can't even build a brotherhood anymore. It's just too much I and me. And I don't know what changed. Sometimes it's life-changing money. Sometimes people, you've got donors that say, I will do anything to protect the quarterback that I just spent millions of dollars on. And if that means I go get Jordan Seaton from Colorado, he's always the guy that is the, when you look at it, it's like that meme of the Bugatti in the house that doesn't have the, it's like that in the Bugatti in the shack, essentially. When you look at the roster from last season, he's the guy that everybody's going to try and poach, and they've pushed and he's withstood. But ultimately, at the end of the day, I think it's a point, and you have to be realistic with what these kids are capable of turning down. It's the world that we live in. So I wanted to jump on here really quickly and talk to you guys. I know a lot of people are freaking out right now, and news is everywhere. And I appreciate you guys for hopping on with me. And if you have comments, if you have questions, if you have things that you want to vent and frustrate, I'm not gonna promise to pin everything. But I want to hear from you. I want to hear how you're feeling and kind of what thoughts you guys have. Tough day. Tough. It stinks. We literally just got off such a great show here, on Shorter Live and had Dylan Manuel on here, and energy was high, and we were talking, and just being excited about the future of the program and things that we wanted to see. moving forward. Yeah, I mean, you're right. There's been murmurs. There's been murmurs since Jordan Seaton walked in the door. There was murmurs when he even put us in his top 8. Like, why would he go to Colorado? And I think it's like I'm almost at a loss for words a little bit. But yeah, there are a million reasons why a kid would leave. I'm not going to sit here and break any news to you that it's X tampering or person. He's going because he's making the best decision that he thinks is right. Let me go ahead and pull up Jordan Seaton's PFF grades if I can. I want to see if I can pull this up really quick. So Jordan Seaton's, obviously he's departing the Buffs after 2 seasons. Let me see if I can share my screen. All right, let's see if I can get this rolling here. So PFF grades, looking at last season, Jordan Seaton ranked right in that. Let me zoom in a little bit for you guys. Surprisingly, not one of Colorado's highest rated PFF players last season. He's a little bit further down there, right at 11. Made a 65.8 grade. 83.9 pass block. Obviously, that's what he was known for. He was an incredible pass blocker. I don't know if he really ran through the run blocking grades as well as he didn't really have a chance to. And that's one of the things that you have to think about when it comes to what's going on here is, scouts want to see high level run blocking skills. They want to see him be a versatile offensive lineman, and just not having that proven really at Colorado is hard, when it comes to his draft evaluation. Played in 9 games. You've got him looking at essentially a 52.0 in the run block. He had 4 penalties. He had a couple of games there that were pretty tough. Started off the season really strong. He was really consistent, but he ends up getting hurt. He ends up, not playing the last couple of games of the season, but just elite pass blocking numbers. You're not going to find that in the portal. You're not going to find that anywhere but Jordan Seaton. It's just one of those things that it's life. You live and you move on, and you hope that you can replace his production with somebody that has experience at left tackle. But, if we look at here, we go down, is in his first season with the Buffs, 67.2 overall, a little bit less of a pass block grade. They didn't have a great offensive line overall and had a good amount of penalties, played a bit more snaps. Let's look at his grades, from that 2024 season. Obviously started pretty much every game, started out a little tough against Nebraska and North Dakota State. Sucks just like injuries. Next man up, 100%. I agree with that. Like that's the thing I'm trying to get at here is that don't go bashing. I understand it's frustrating. I understand I'm sitting here lost for words just as much as you guys are. And it's shocking. It's unbelievable. And, it might hit my phone and I couldn't believe it. I had to triple and quadruple check it. As Pete Nakos just put out, the list of suitors will be long. Everybody wants Jordan Seaton, but I have a feeling that he knows where he's going if he jumped at this point here now. Sticking on the grades here, right? So looking at last season, he got better progressively, but he doesn't have a whole lot of pass block production, I would say, at least in experience with Colorado. So maybe he goes to a school that has a Texas just picked up Hollywood Smothers. So if they want to get an elite left tackle to run behind, if they want to protect Arch Manning, there are some people out there that'll tell you that there's no money in the world that is not enough for Jordan Seaton. And so what CU could offer, they probably offered double. That's just my guess. That's not a report. That's just my guess. But yep, the big news on the horizon right now, Jordan Seaton, 6'5". I don't think he's 330. I think he's slimmed down significantly, in the Swayze regimen. But yeah, I agree with what you're saying there, Joe. I'm not going to pin it because I don't agree with the way you said it, but ultimately at the end of the day, they don't, there is no loyalty in the sport. There is no, I mean, there is loyalty. There are guys that want to be here. I think Julian Lewis wants to be here. Time is yet to this again, not me reporting anything. Time will tell what happens with Julian Lewis. I think he's going to stay around. I think he's locked in. I think he wants to be here at CU. But at the end of the day, it's tough. It's tough to have to replace this at this point in the season, but we live and we learn and we move on, and we'll see where he goes. Wish him the best. Do the right thing. You hope that he includes CU very thoroughly in his NFL draft graphic whenever he goes next season. I'm going to cut it there. I said I was going to go on for 15 minutes. Unless you guys have any questions, I appreciate you guys sitting in with me. Jordan Seaton entering the portal after 2 years with the Colorado Buffaloes. Do the right thing. Don't go hating on him in the comments. These are kids. They have to make the decisions that are right for them. They have to make the decisions that are best for the future. The only thing I will say is you wish he would have done it so we could have coped with this. I don't love the going up on a roller coaster and then crashing back down. Your words should always definitely mean something. I agree with that. But you've got kids that are breaking contracts. And so if a contract can't really mean anything in this college football landscape, how much is a word? You know what I mean? It's tough. I'm going to drop off here, guys. Have a good rest of your night. Be kind to these guys. Don't go too crazy. Wish them well. It's always going to be SCO Buffs, and we'll see you on Wednesday. Thanks, guys.